Hi everybody, it's Ava back with another YouTube tutorial, and today this first image you see right here under the 94 post, we're going to learn how to do that. So hit your plus, you're going to go down to where it says drawings, and you would click all and like create new if you were in here. That's what you would click right there where it says create new with the pink plus sign. I've already got it started, so we're going to go in this one right here. This is a beginner tutorial, really for anybody, but it's super easy for beginners on how you can make your own textures. You see all the cool rust and the old things, and you think, how do they do that? Well, now you're going to know. I make all of my videos on my Samsung Note 8 Android. You can follow me at Universal Souls Art. That is my PicsArt verified account, or at Universal Soul Ava, which is also a PicsArt account, not a bad account. Just my first one. On my Instagram at AvaE_89 or on my Twitter at ALEverett71. I am horrible about checking my Twitter. So if you're trying to get to me, either leave messages here in YouTube or find me on PicsArt or Instagram. All of the tutorials are made by me, made completely using PicsArt, where imagination is your only limit. And remember, like, subscribe, and hit the little bell to get reminders. Got to have 100 subscribers to get a channel, and I'll be easier to find. And now we're just going to get started. When you open this, all of these over here, all these layers to the right here, all of those are just going to be blank, and you'll just add as you need. Okay, so what you want to do is you would come in and you would have a white layer. This is what yours would look like. You want to go over here and just pick a color. This one might not turn out just like the one in the example. It just really depends on what colors you want to use, okay? So I'm just going to start picking some of these, and this is how I did this. Kind of a dark greenish color. Hit your little pen for draw mode. And you see this one right here? That one, this lit up blue, how it's got the funky little shapes. See the three little dots right here at the top of the bar strum? Click that. And you want to open the scatter, this one right here, all the way as big as it'll go. Click your three little lines again. Keep your opacity down because you don't want anything to be too solid. I'm going to start with around 56. You can play with it to get it right. Your size doesn't matter, but see if you make it smaller, how it separates it. So I leave mine up big because you want it to have that splotchy kind of effect. Double check, make sure it's right. And then you're just going to start kind of just scribble. You can be 5 and in kindergarten again. Cool, right? You don't have to worry about staying in the lines. You don't have to worry about if it's solid. You actually don't want to fill it in. You want white splotchy parts to be showing through. Probably thinking she's lost her mind. There's no way this is going to turn out to be anything decent. Yep, it will. Your empty layer will be up there. Just kind of pull it down here. Then you're going to pick your color box again and go with a different color. I'm going to pick this next one over. It's just a different shade of green. If you want, you can play around with your opacity. I'm going to turn mine up to about 64. And I'm just going to go back over. Again, just making crazy splotches. It doesn't matter if it's perfect. It doesn't matter if you're going out of the lines. You just don't want to fill it in solid. Not yet. Then you're going to go back into your, well, here, before we do that, let's go up here, add another layer. I'm going to pull it down so it'll be on top of those two. Now you can do this right on top of each other, all on one layer, and not have them separate. I leave them separate where if I get one too dark or too light or the wrong color and I don't like it, all you got to do is go back and delete the one layer. So you're just going to keep picking colors and just going over. See how it's starting to get more solid looking? And another good thing to doing it in layers, say I think that one's too much to be light and on top, you can pull it in between them. And see, I like that a little better, I think. Now I'm going to do probably one more time with a color. And we're going to go with like a light color, okay? Now, I'm not crazy. On this one, open up your draw pencil, turn your opacity down to about a 35. Because again, you don't want too much tan. You still want your greens to be showing through. Okay, now, see this layer here that I just did? I'm going to go ahead and merge mine together. And it will merge as long as there's one under it to merge it to, okay? Now I've got all of those together. Now I'm going to add another layer. I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to go in and I'm going to pick a dark color, okay? Like a deeper green. Almost, you can even pick black if you want to. On this one, I'm really going to turn the opacity down to like 24. And you're just going to go back in, splotchy over it, because you don't want it to be too dark. And don't worry about where it's looking black and you're thinking, oh God, she said not too dark. And look, she's got dark places. Yeah, I do. But we can fix it. You can either take and turn the opacity down on it till you like the way it looks, or you can leave your opacity all the way up on the black and pull the black to the back. I actually like it on the top of it. I'm just going to reduce it a little bit. Now, here's the fun part. Get it over here where you can see. You can leave it like that if you like it that way. That's actually would be a cool background. But down here in your bottom layer where it's white, see you have this little bucket right there with a teardrop coming off of it? Click it, and it's going to bring up your color wheel. And I went with like a kind of a deeper red behind my one earlier, almost a maroon. So let's try that. And you'll click your little arrow, your check mark, your check mark on the top right, and that made that your color. And there, ladies and gentlemen, is a textured background. But now if you see light places that you would still rather have not so much of the red showing through, you can add an empty layer, pull it down below the top two, and pick whatever color. Let's see. Let's look at this and see. Let's actually go in with, where's this green? We're going to go in with like a brighter green since we went underneath, and I'm going to leave it down to about a 20, about a 40. Let's see what this looks like if we add some of this in. Now, that did give it a whole lot of green effect, but I can go back in here and you can just slide your opacity until you like it. There is a textured background. Click your top arrow up here to the right until it's done. You're going to click Edit Image where it says FX, Edit Image. There's your texture. Now, if you want to play with it, you can click FX Effects right here. And you can go through these. It'll make it HDR, light cross, Dodger. See, all of those will change it. You can take it into artistic, click oil painting, and it blends it all together. I actually kind of like that. Polygon, it's going to give it the little different kind of shapes to it. Poster effect, that kind of gives it a military look, kind of cool. Halftone dots, that would be really cool in like dark art. Use it for textures on walls in an old abandoned building or something. But see, you can just play and do lots of different things, get lots of different effects with it. You can take it paper. Don't be afraid to use these. Check this out. Parchment paper, there you go. That's how you get it. Stenciler, like to overlay on an old photo or something. That's really cool and grungy looking. If you want stationery, there's just some stationery. It's got notebook lines. Old wood, like old dirty fence. And this you just play. And it gives you all these awesome, cool, different textures that you can make. I actually like this stenciler one. So I'm going to leave it that way. And if you want your name on your art, go down here to the bottom and see the square box with the T text. It's right next to cutout. Click text. You would type your name in here. Mine is preset because I am in here every day. And you'll just tell it okay. Font, you can pick it. You can go through here and pick any of these except for the ones with the crowns. If you have not paid for a gold package, you can't use those. But the ones that don't have the crowns next to them, you can use those. I am preferable to my Unica 1 text for my name because you want your name to be clear enough that people can read it. Like you want them to know where to find your art and stuff. But that is where you would put that. I am not going to put that on there because this is just going to be a freebie for the community to do what they want to do with. So you hit that arrow up there, tell it you're done. Your little ad might come up, X out of it. Right here you would put your hashtags, just some descriptive text, texture, background, and you do this so that people can find it when you're doing an edit and you think, oh, I want a dog, so you go and search for dog. Well, if you have put hashtag dog here, your picture will come up in those for people to choose from to do remixes of. Put remix it. Location, you can put where you are if you want. You can put Utopia. You can put in my dreams. Whatever you want to put as your location, that's where it would go right there. I live in Alabama, so I'm choosing that. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our edit. Quick, easy, simple, great way to get textures. As always, remember to hit that like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you'll get reminders. And roll tide. See you next time.